Hey everybody, it's your girl Del Lynn, better known as Queen Dels on Instagram, and I'm coming here today to talk about two things: loose skin and plastic surgery. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. A lot of people want to know, how do I deal with loose skin after losing about 145 to 150 pounds? I always kind of say 145 to 150, just depending on how good the week's been to me and depending on what I ate. Weight kind of fluctuates, and I'm so cool with that because the number on the scale doesn't define where I am at. How I look and how I feel in my clothes actually does now. But that's another video for another time. As far as loose skin is concerned, does it bother me? Does it affect me? Do I have loose skin? People see my pictures on Facebook or Instagram and they're like, you don't look like you have loose skin. I do. It's all about the angles, baby. It's all about the angles. You can actually turn to certain angles so that the loose skin is hidden, or wear certain clothes, so where it's not being accentuated. I'm pretty smart about, what looks good on my body and what, which angle should I turn in. So when I'm taking pictures, I know not to let like loose arm skin and stuff show. So I will say this to start off: loose skin is not a reason, in my opinion, it's not a reason for you not to lose the weight and for you to get healthy. You still can live your life, you still can enjoy your life. I get people that say that all the time, that they're afraid to lose the weight because they have loose skin. Let me tell you, I would rather be at my ideal weight than be 300 pounds and stretching my skin out to the max. I always say that loose skin and stretch marks, they're battle scars, should I say, of what we put our bodies through. Loose skin is kind of similar to a rubber band. You stretch that rubber band out too far, it's not gonna go back all the way like it once was. So they're scars to remind us of what we did by pulling that skin and stretching the skin out to the max. So you have to kind of wrap your mind around is that I did this to my body and I either have to be okay with it or I can go the plastics route, which in some scenarios that would probably be the best, and I'll tell you a little bit why. I needed to experience plastic surgery because I needed to get the loose skin off my stomach gone. I'll show you a couple of pictures of the loose skin around my stomach and how big my before was, and my stomach was a big problem area for a couple of reasons. One, I can't blame it all on my babies, but a lot of it was belly fat before I had my babies. But two, having 4 kids, especially twins, stretched out my stomach to the max. If you just look at this picture, my stomach with twins is humongous, and trying to get that to go back down after having those boys almost 2 years ago wasn't happening. Now, when I got a trainer and I started doing ab exercise and I started incorporating cardio and all that kind of stuff into my routine, the stomach did go down, but the skin around it wasn't going anywhere. So I ended up contacting my doctor, and I'll put his information below, Dr. Bancroft. Hey y'all. I ended up contacting him earlier this year in regards to having an abdominoplasty, aka everybody knows it as a tummy tuck. A lot of women have tummy tucks. Celebrities do all the time. Don't be surprised if you see somebody and they go on vacation and they go out of town and they come back snatched. I was not aware or sure if I was going to talk about a tummy tuck after I got it done, but the results were so drastic, as you can see, that I just felt like I can't encourage people and motivate them and tell them everything that I've done by leaving that big part of my journey out. So that's the reason why I've become so open with sharing about the tummy tuck. So from this picture that you can see, I had about 8 pounds of skin removed, and how I got that number was because my doctor weighed me from the morning of the surgery until like a week after the surgery, and so it was about a 5 to 8 pound difference, again just depending on the swelling. And so when I contacted Dr. Bancroft's office in regards to the tummy tuck, I went into the office, I explained to him how much weight I had lost. He instantly was like, yes, you're a perfect candidate for the skin removal, let's do it. And once I paid what I needed to pay, it was a grip. We set an appointment for me to have the procedure, and that was it. We went ahead and had it June 1st of this year. I'm cut from one hip to the other hip. It's a very low scar. It's like a bikini line scar, so you can't see it on a regular. Even if I wear a swimsuit, the scar is perfectly hidden. And then I also had something called muscle repair done, and the actual term for it is diastasis recti. And with that, they repair the muscles of my stomach that had been torn apart from childbirth, as well as from being overweight, from obesity basically. So with that, it was 30 to 40 stitches going straight down my stomach to repair that, and that's probably the most pain that I experienced. Not necessarily the hip to hip cut, but that incision on the inside. Let's talk a little bit about the pain. On a scale from 1 to 10, the surgery pain was probably a 6. It never got worse than a 6. Kudos to my doctor and his staff. They made sure that I was prepared with the right medications. They actually gave my husband and I, a routine and told us exactly when to take the medicine, and I did exactly what they said, so it wasn't too bad on the pain front. The healing process, doctor told me 4 to 6 weeks. It takes a little while because you had major traumatic surgery. So I took it easy, as best as I could, and recovered. And I'm a little bit, almost 2.5 months out from surgery, and I feel really great. The best decision that I ever could have made was getting that loose skin on my stomach removed. It wasn't about being vain or wanting to wear little clothes and things like that. And I'm like, that's a plus. But it was about being able to experience my best life with that skin being gone. For instance, I would go to the gym and I would do jumping jacks or a burpee, and that skin was there, and no matter, even if I had like high-waisted leggings on, it would move. It would cause like a rash underneath my stomach where the loose skin was. So I would have to put like Aquaphor or some type of Vaseline or shea butter on that area to keep it from chafing and to keep it from tearing apart. So it started to become a little bit of a health issue as well. As far as the other skin that's loose on my body, I'm actually been successful with using weights as a tool to help relieve some of that loose skin. So I've been, doing weights for my arms, but of course, like I said, I have loose skin on my arms. I don't know if you can see it. I have it. It doesn't affect the way that I live my life because, like I said before, for me, it's more important to be in my ideal weight and to be at a healthy weight than it is to be 300 pounds and miserable with super stretched skin. Once I started getting closer to my goal weight, I was like, okay, I need to make sure I stay in the gym because I don't want to be one of those people that just looks like they lost 150 pounds, like the saggy skin. I wanted to make sure I kept everything right and I kept it tight. So staying in the gym really does help with that loose skin. Drinking plenty of water as well, it does help. It makes a difference. When I don't drink water, my skin feels it. It looks dry, it looks ashy. So water does help. But that's really one of the main questions I always get asked. People want to know about the tummy tuck and they want to know about the loose skin. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and it's nothing that I hide. I'm very open about it now because a lot of people on social media have had some really rude comments. Was like, you could tell she had a tummy tuck. Baby, I'm not hiding it at all. I want you to know that I had the skin removed because I'm proud of the work that I put in. Whatever you decide to do in your journey, you don't have to be as open as I am to share. I'm sharing my story in hopes of helping someone else. And so if you want a little bit more information, I'll put the information in the description box below so that you can check out my progress. Also on my Instagram page, I have more videos of my before and after from my surgery. So you can check that out as well. But in the next video, we're gonna talk a little bit about why I needed a trainer and how the trainer has helped me tighten and tone my body. And so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a good one. Bye.